Alright, let's dive into something that's been blowing my mind lately. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe and the absolute genius of Melissa Rauch's return as Bernadette. But not just any Bernadette, we're talking an 80-foot-tall, Godzilla-style Bernadette. Yeah, you heard that right. And honestly, what makes this really interesting is how it flips the script on everything we thought we knew about the character. I mean, Bernadette was always this tiny, feisty force on The Big Bang Theory, but seeing her as a towering sorceress? It's like taking her essence and amplifying it to the extreme. Personally, I think this is one of those moments where the creators took a risk, and it paid off in the most unexpected way. Here's the thing, when I first heard about this, I assumed it was just a visual effects gimmick. But no! Melissa Rauch actually got to play this giant version of Bernadette in a motion capture suit, stomping through a miniature Pasadena. And what many people don't realize is how much this ties into the character's core. Bernadette always had this contrast between her small stature and her intimidating personality. Remember those moments when she'd give someone that sideways glance or deliver a sharp remark? This giant version is like the ultimate embodiment of that. It's not just a joke, it's a character study in overdrive. If you take a step back and think about it, it's a brilliant way to explore what makes Bernadette, well, Bernadette. What's even more fascinating is how Melissa Rauch approached this. She talked about how thrilling it was to pick up tiny buildings and interact with miniature versions of the cast. There's this childlike joy in her description of the experience, like she was living out some kind of fantasy. And honestly, that enthusiasm comes through in her performance. It's not just about the spectacle, it's about the playfulness of it all. One thing that immediately stands out is how much she clearly loved every second of it, and that energy is contagious. Now, let's talk about the broader implications here. Giant Bernadette isn't just a one-off gag, it's a payoff to a long-running joke about her size and her temper. But it's also a commentary on how characters can evolve in unexpected ways. I mean, who would have thought we'd see Bernadette as a literal force of nature? This raises a deeper question: what other characters could benefit from this kind of reimagining? It's not just about fan service, it's about pushing boundaries and seeing what new dimensions you can bring to a familiar face. Another detail I find fascinating is the attention to detail in the production. Melissa Rauch mentioned how they recreated Bernadette's signature glasses and built an entire world for her to stomp through. It's that level of care that makes this more than just a cameo, it's a love letter to the character and the fans. And let's not forget the improv moments, like Brian Posehn and Wheaton countering each other's spells with devil horns and Vulcan salutes. Those little touches add so much flavor and remind us that even in a high-concept show like this, it's the human moments that make it special. Finally, I have to talk about the nostalgia factor. Melissa Rauch mentioned how stepping onto the Stuart set felt like coming home, reminiscent of her first days on The Big Bang Theory. And honestly, that's what makes this whole thing work. It's not just a stunt, it's a celebration. From my perspective, this is how you bring back a character, with creativity, heart, and a willingness to go big. Literally. So, here's my closing thought. Giant Bernadette isn't just a visual spectacle, it's a testament to what happens when you let a character truly shine. It's bold, it's unexpected, and it's a reminder that sometimes, the best way to honor a character is to let them break free from everything we thought they could be. What do you think? Is this the kind of reimagining you'd like to see more of? Let me know in the comments, I'm all ears.